It's a Monday, day one of the week, and I'm just getting in to Vancouver.
Welcome back to Tip Over Bust. I am super excited to take you through a really quick look at a week in my life today. I am partnering up with RBC for this video, so thank you to RBC for sponsoring this video. This is basically a look at my week as a small business owner and all the kind of decisions I have to make over the course of the week and the structure that I try to apply every single week, especially at the onset, to make sure that I am making the right decisions, using the right products and services to ensure that my business is running as smoothly as possible. So I am fresh off of a plane and I'm going to be taking off again pretty soon. So this week is kind of unusual and also sort of a regular week for me in the sense that every single one of my weeks is always different. I never really know what I have on the go, and a lot of them involve a lot of travel as well. And so I'm going to take you through kind of a quick day by day. It's not going to be a long exhaustive video, but a quick day by day of how I kind of get through my week and keep my business going. What I try to do with every single day, and particularly on the Mondays, is to kind of figure out my big three. So usually that'll be my big three for the week, the three things I really need to get to, as well as the three things I have to get to within the day. On a day like today where I'm jet lagged and exhausted, I might cut that down to two. But one thing I know for sure that I have this week, I definitely have one campaign I'm going to have to shoot, and that usually involves having to go and get some props, figuring out a way to kind of get the storyline really robust to make sure that it sounds authentic and falls in line with my brand, so doing some research on that. From a financial perspective though, I really have had to learn systems so I remember how to expense things. So one thing I recently did a few years ago, which has really been helpful, is I moved over all of my business expenses to one card, and it's a card that's really well tailored for small business owners like me. It's really helped me a lot as far as not just kind of earning points on it, but also having one space where I can literally print off my credit card statements at the end of the month, staple all my receipts to it, and I have an easy kind of filing system for my accountants at year end. So I think that's going to be my little dose of fresh air today, is kind of making it out to Granville Island to hopefully look for a couple of props and get a bit inspired for this. So that's pretty much my Monday, and I know for a fact that tomorrow is going to be me chained to my laptop, so I'm assuming it's not going to be the most exciting one, but I can't wait for you guys to follow along for the rest of the week and kind of just see how I ease into the rest of the week, get through all my work, and take off again. So I've been kind of chained to my laptop all day, which I was sort of anticipating. It's been gross, but there's this nice little sunny patch right now, so I thought I'd take advantage of my little kind of rest in the sun to kind of share how I became a small business owner, because it's something I get asked about a lot. Basically, when I was in university, I was in my last year and I was really freaking out upon completion of my BA as to what I was going to do with my life. I had always been a writer. I wrote through university for music magazines and for the local newspapers in Victoria and for the school paper, but didn't really see a feasible kind of career route there. Through a chance kind of conversation with someone, they urged me to just start a blog as a way to stay accountable and to kind of pursue what I'm really passionate about. So that's what I did. I started Tip Over Bust. It was awesome because I had an outlet to share all of this creative work and this writing I wanted to do. It encouraged me to go back to journalism school. Then I got a job at Obaki, which is a luxury label here in Vancouver. And all the while the blog was just kind of mirroring my life, but also all this work I was getting in the industry was getting applied back into the blog. So as I was taking on this client work, I looked at my finances one day and saw that I was earning more from my blog than I was through my 9-to-5 job. So I got some financial advice and was told to kind of track this for 6 months. And at 6 months, I popped into RBC. I made an appointment. I talked to them about my goal to become a small business owner. I got set up with a few products that would help me feel more secure and confident in leaving my current position as I transition into entrepreneurial work. And that was basically it. I've kind of never really looked back. And as my business has grown and as I've taken on some employees and some contractors, I've turned to RBC for kind of their beyond banking services, whether it's payroll, whether it's kind of tax or accounting services, and I'm actually tomorrow setting up with incorporating the business with one of their services called Owner. So I'm super excited for that. It's something that's been a long time coming. I should have done that a while ago.
Wednesdays are usually kind of studio days for me. I really am extroverted by nature, so working alone is not always the best thing for me. So I always try to make sure that Wednesdays, me and Alicia head into the studio together and just kind of brainstorm and talk about what's going on in each other's lives. Okay, I am pretty much just ready. You can see my hair is still wet. So yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Alicia in a second. We will hopefully find a little tiny break in the rain showers to get outside. I don't mind if it's raining when I'm shooting because it makes a bit more authentic actually for the storyline, but you don't want to ruin your camera gear. So fingers crossed for that. And then I have a couple more sort of business to-dos I really have to get to today before I take off on Monday. Just in case there are any misgivings that vlogging is super glamorous. I mean, there are moments when it is, but pretty much I'm always schlepping around with my backpack. So I just got back from the studio. I had a really great catch up with Alicia. Investing in that studio space is one of the best decisions I ever made. But I did want to not be there too long, and I wanted to make sure I got home in good time because I do want to set up my business to be incorporated today through Owner, which is the service RBC offers. So I'll just show you guys really quickly what it's like. This is owner.co, and this is a really simple and easy way to register and incorporate your business. So I'm already registered, but I am really a long time coming as far as actually incorporating my business. $249, which is really amazing because it can be super expensive when you're doing this through a lawyer with legal fees and the like. So incorporating effectively means that exactly what it says here, that my business will be a separate legal entity from me, which protects me legally and financially for a few different reasons, which I won't get into right now, but it is something that is well worth considering at a certain point in your business, and this is also what's included, which is amazing. Other thing worth noting as well is that you can get money back, so $100 out of $249 for incorporating when you open an RBC business banking account, and you get all your money back from registering your company as a sole proprietor when you open up an RBC Business Bank account as well. So that's amazing. So I'm not going to take you guys through all of the nitty-gritty of my financial details, obviously, but I'm going to sign up now and get this all set up. And I'm really excited to finally get something that I've been, quite frankly, putting off for whatever reason for the last couple of years done and out of the way, and feel like I have this big kind of one thing ticked off that's really critical to my business. And other than that, this is the extent of my packing so far. It is very sad. So I am just planning out what to do when I'm in Mexico very soon. Actually, it's come up really quickly. I try to kind of plan out ahead of time and be very strategic with things that I can include in storylines. I've been literally nose to the grindstone all day today, finishing up some last work things to do. It is an actual beautiful Friday out, so I got out for lunch at least. I got some fresh air, but yeah, the last kind of little push I had to do, just making sure that I got all my submissions that would have been due instead for Monday out of the way now because I fly early on Monday, and now I'm just trying to pack as much as humanly possible. And so that's me setting off on what has been a very busy and very kind of work-focused week, to be honest, but it has been a very productive week, and I feel really good about kind of leaving things like this now before I take off to Mexico. It's a big departure from my 9-to-5 days, having to kind of be on top of all of these sort of things and make sure that I have some fluidity to my weeks. Thank you for following along. Thank you for kind of learning more about how my business runs and about kind of how my life is in general too. I'd be more than happy to do another kind of week in the life or day in the life for you guys, so let me know if you're interested in that. And a big thank you to RBC for partnering with me for this. If you guys want to learn more about banking with RBC, and particularly if you're a small business owner and want some more resources and help and services that will be tailor-made for you as a small business owner, definitely check out the link below and make sure that you also see all the links I'll have attached. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.